Hello guys, it's a little bit late tonight. It's been a warm day. Pardon me, what was I going to say? So I got put in Durham. I was remanded to Durham, and I told you when the lad who killed his parents and that, I was in that time as well, 95, but I was also 91, and I got put in the block for kicking off when they had the riot I told you about, when they all went on the roof and everything and smashed the roof, smashed all the jail up and everything. So we were in, I was one part, segregation. So because it calmed down, they put me on the other part, which is A-wing. But A-wing is where the nonces are. So what they do, they put the nonces on the bottom, on the ones they call it. Then the other ones, it's called GOD, good order and discipline, you got put on. So if you kick off or have a fight or threaten a screw, they'll put you on GOD, so you're in the block all the time. And when you get out in like a big cage to exercise. I was going out on my own in this cage. So anyway, I'm in there. So anyway, we're listening to people. There's a scouser next door to me, and he used to say, he made me laugh, I can't remember his name now, but he said, I'm on top of the world, Ma! I'm on top of the world, the James Cagney film. There was different characters, and the vicar would come by, and that Tomo was in from the Buddha boxer. And we go, more tea, vicar! So we'd have to make these games in our head to survive, because there was no exercise. You do your own sit-ups and press-ups. You're in the pad all the time. And the nonces are on the bottom, so I thought, fucking dirty bastard, but I tell these what I think of them. Anyway, I was talking, slide out the window, this scout lad, he was talking, he said, oh, big fella, he said, don't fucking threaten them or do out to them. I said, oh, what, the fucking dirty cunts want kicking to death? He went, no, he said, the thing is, they give you your food. He went, they'll piss in your food and toss off in your food and spit in it and shit in it and everything. He said, they've done it to other people, just be nice as fuck to them. He said, but you know, it's horrible, but you've got to be nice, you've got to put a nice face. And I had all that, it's fucking horrible. So they come to the door with like 3 eyes and 4 arms and 6 legs. Fucking paedophile nonsense. And they went, oh yeah, Brian, you're right there. And I'm thinking, fuck off. But oh yeah, mate, I'm smashing, thank you very much. Do you want a little bit more of that and a little bit more of this or something? But if you kicked off, you've got to use your brain sometimes, haven't you? You've got to bite your fucking tongue sometimes and be quiet. So anyway, I'm in there. Anyway, fucking talking about nonsense, the biggest nonce in the penal history, I would say. Myra Hindley. She only comes in the fucking jail. She's on the other side, I think in 91, I think she was with 91 hours and she came in. Anyway, we're on one side. The people who've been to Durham will tell you you're here. And then over that side, there was the women's block that just started rebuilding all the jail then. And there was a big wall. You couldn't see over the wall. But they were on like, I don't know if it was, they were two up like us, 2 stories up. And you couldn't see them, but you could hear them talking. And they went, that dirty fucking cheese on fucking Hindley, you monster, and all that, shouting to her. Anyway, there's some lord, I can't remember his name now, some lord was looking after him, Hindley. He obviously took a fancy to her and he used to visit her, got her privileges. Anyway, he got her to Durham. And she was in Durham, and I never heard her talking. I never seen her. I'm not going to make lies up and say I seen her when I didn't. And I didn't hear her talk, but I could hear other girls talking. And there's one came in, she was an Indian girl. And she was, I think she's Muslim or something, or Pakistan or Indian. And she was in, and then they said, oh, what you're in for? She said, oh, I poured petrol on my husband's feet because he wouldn't let me go out the house. She said, I was going to run away. But she said, I poured too much petrol anyway. They set his feet alight in the bed, and the whole bed went up, and I ran out of the house and left him, and he bent to death. So she got lifed off. I think she had to do 9 years or something, 9, 12 years or something. I think she'd done about 2 or 3. She's only tiny little woman. And they would go on visits, like that, things like that. So you'd see little bits of them, but you wouldn't see the main, like Hindley and people like that. And they would talk to the lads. I never really talked to none. I never talked to none whatsoever. I just talked to the lads on the night time and that. And it was infested with pigeons. Pigeons have loads of fleas. They've got more diseases than the rats. So anyway, Hindley's in there. Anyway, school said, oh, he said, right, big fella, so I'm going for a bath. I'll let me have a bath. So they put the bath in and he taught me. As he taught me doing something, he said, what do you think of her? I said, she's fucking vile. He said, well, do you know what? She said, there's been a prison officer, a lady warden, like they call ward lady officer. She was on. And Hindley had broke her leg. I don't know if she broke her leg, but she had a broken leg. So I don't know if it was like the hospital part or wherever she was at. She was over that side, but we couldn't hear, like I said. Anyway, they had when you come in, they put the tray on. It's like a trolley thing you've got on your bed, and you can eat your food. She had one of them, and she had a telly on there. And what they had to do, they had to get, like a cable, a 30 metre cable. I don't know how many it was, 2 or 3 of them. They linked them together from the only plug, because we've been in old Victorian jail. I'd already started getting done up then about the 90s. Anyway, and I talked to him, but I don't know if he said his name. I talked to the screw I knew from Stockton. He said she's an oldish screw, not old mean like in age, old mean old fashioned like me, old fashioned ways. She went, fuck her, why should she watch telly when all the other girls can't have one telly for all of them? Fuck her, she said. Anyway, she turned it off, and Hindley got the phone and phoned this lord, House of Parliament lord, and the fucking screw got suspended, the woman's screw, for taking the plug out for the telly. And anyway, nobody dared do that. They were all shit scared of her. So when she asked for help, she just got it, and I think it was fucking terrible. She done that to them kids, fucking horrific. And they were giving giving them more privileges because this lord, whatever. That's wrong, and it's definitely wrong. But yeah, she was in there, Hindley, fucking give me the creeps. Even though I couldn't go near that, it's fucking snapping into like a twig. But the thought of that horrible thing just being about 40, 50 feet away and 20 feet in the air up in one of the, you couldn't see where she was, but she was in the jail at the same time. So yeah, just a little story in a day.